What up, shiny happy people? Today we are talking about relationships, which can be a blessing and a curse. Everything for a reason or a season comes springing to mind with this one. For me, this year has been an interesting journey. I've experienced many periods and areas of growth. I went back to school, bringing with it a new set of friendships. I have learned some hard lessons this year, letting other relationships fade to the background. And I've made an effort to move away from negativity and drama and resettle back into a place of peace and serenity. But in order to get there, I've had to make some really tough decisions. We all have a limited amount of energy. I want you to think money in the bank. Where we choose to spend it should be our choice. But sometimes we get so caught up in other people's circuses that we start looking after their monkeys without even realizing we're doing it. And when we spend our money or energy on negative people, we get depleted. We end up running on fumes. It's exhausting looking after everyone else's needs and letting our own needs take a back seat. The bank account can drop into the red pretty easily. So what are we doing to pull it back in line? What are we doing to receive a return on our investment? If the relationship depletes us, then it's a detrimental use of our energy. If the relationship lifts us up, if it makes us feel loved and cherished, then it is a good investment of our energy. Relationships can bring a lot of joy and incredible happiness, but the ones that drag us into drama, heartache, or struggle need to be exercised. And I mean exercised. We need to lift up and out our sense of obligation, fear, and or guilt. No one needs that shit. We need to let it go. Relationships are not obligatory, not even within our own blood family. All relationships need to be mutually beneficial, two-way, give and take endeavors. Each person should feel valued and appreciated, and we should never stay in a negative relationship out of feelings of guilt, nor should we be holding on to toxic relationships merely out of fear of loneliness. Now, my personal experience has taught me that once you get rid of negativity, life has an incredible way of bringing in positive experiences to fill the void. Things that we genuinely want and need in our lives. But we have to open up space to receive it. Loneliness frightens a lot of people into accepting negativity. We're so afraid of being on our own, alone with our own thoughts, that we hold on to relationships that have long outlived their value. So letting go and moving on can be a scary leap, and it requires faith that things will work out for the better. I want you to think about decisions you've made that were frightening at the time, moments that felt overwhelming, where the outcome was uncertain. If you look back on those moments, did everything work out? Because most do. And even if they didn't seem to at the time, can you see how maybe they led to growth or pushed you in a new direction or offered a new perspective? Can you see how those results can also be viewed as positive? They may not have taken the path you had hoped for, but in the end, something positive still resulted from them, even if it's only proof that you can overcome hardships and adversity. The point is, we don't have the ability of hindsight when we're knee deep in a situation. It takes time and it takes some distance to gain a little bit of perspective. But if you take the leap and you remove negative relationships and negative people from your life, you'll find that you have more energy, a greater sense of self and what makes you happy, and you'll move closer to finding people who align with your beliefs and your values. A positive relationship pays dividends, and I promise you'll be richer for it. So let them keep their monkeys. So I hope this has helped you as you make your way in relationships going forward, and maybe make you think about relationships that you're currently in. It's not easy being knee deep in a negative situation. Is hard to get through. Hopefully you have a support system. Hopefully you can find your way out of the negativity and find your way to or towards something more positive in your life. It takes guts sometimes to break that cycle, to break that pattern. But as I mentioned, if you imagine the ability of hindsight and use it instead with foresight, that things will work out for the better, that you deserve better, that you are worth more. And I always say, happiness is not a privilege, it is a right. We are all meant to be happy. Happiness is our birthright. We were born to be happy. So if you are not happy in whatever you're doing in your life, whatever relationships are in your life, please, please take the time to try to find ways to find that happiness, to bring happiness into your life. So I wish you all the best. I'm sorry it's been a little while since we've talked. The school year has been kind of cuckoo for me lately. So I haven't had much time to sit down, but I do hope to correct that. And I love having our talks, and hopefully we'll have another talk soon. So you guys take care.